Hello, and welcome to Explore Home Repeat. My name's Matt.
And I'm Izzy.
And today we are at Cadbury's World in Bournville near Birmingham. I'm really excited to be here. Both big fans of Cadbury's chocolate, so we're hoping to get plenty of samples. As always, we're here to see what it's like, if you should go, and if it's worth the ticket price.
Online, the reviews are quite mixed, so it'd be interesting to see kind of if it's good or bad.
While you're here, don't forget to like and subscribe. We do day out reviews all across the country and upload once a week. So, you ready to go and eat some chocolate?
Let's go.
So here's the admission prices. Adults £19, kids aged 4 to 15 years £14, and children under 4 years go free. There are family tickets available, and also if you book online in advance you do get a small discount as well.
So we've just paid our tickets and you get three bars of chocolate. Yes, and we got a little bag too.
So you can buy this bag for £1.50 to put all your chocolate in. It's quite a nice little bag, so we went with it.
You go into the discovery of cocoa, and this is what happens when you first come in. It's really well themed.
So this entrance as you come in is really cool.
Yeah, it's like really atmospheric. They've got the sound of the jungle.
And they've got these sort of interactive screens that you can go to and learn various things. I guess this is because cacao comes from this jungle, I guess.
Yeah, so you got this like interactive map, and you drag the cocoa pod to plant it in the rainforest.
Go on then.
So I'll go over here. Don't know why. Oh no, it doesn't like too much sun.
It tells you all about how cocoa trees like to grow. So it's really cool here. The theming just to this entrance bit is really good. All this kind of Mayan stuff in the background, really sort of jungly and rainforesty. Loads of stuff to look at, and these interactive screens are really good as well. They have all these kind of little video windows that are really cleverly done, and they're all telling you the history of chocolate and where it came from, and how the Spanish invaders of Mexico kind of didn't realise what it was at first and then took it back and changed the recipe to make chocolate. Really interesting. Are you having fun? So there's a couple of these cinema type experiences you go into. We're just waiting for the second one now.
Clean cocoa beans are now taken to be roasted in revolving tubular gas-fired ovens. The beans are then cooled and are ready to have their shells removed through a process called winnowing. This is done by passing the brittle beans over a series of vibrating trays and hitting them with breaker arms.
So those two cinemas you go through on the tour, really good fun.
Yeah, really good. As you said, they're really interactive, good for all ages.
Learning about all the kind of processing and how they, the different factories they've got in this country to process all the cocoa butter and things. And now we're learning more about what they do with that cocoa butter. So they've kind of got almost like this, I know it almost looks like an arcade, each with all little different videos about the different steps in the process.
And I quite love how they have the sign language person as well.
Yeah, sign language like videos everywhere. So if you'll come here, if you're deaf or hard of hearing and you know sign language, this place is brilliant. I've never known any place that'd be this good for sign language. Izzy, if only they turn this tempering machine off, it'd be like a chocolate hot tub.
It'd be like that scene in
Oh, in The Vicar of Dibley where you just dive in. It's really interesting because you feel like you're definitely in more of the kind of old factory area. You can see all this ceiling above you. It's all kind of slightly more industrial looking. So we've just written our names and now we're going to have a go at tempering chocolate.
Yes.
I don't really know what that involves, but we'll find out.
First thing you're going to do is take your palette knife and start by spreading your chocolate out side to side. So this is called hand tempering. This is the process of cooling the chocolate down and getting it ready to go into a mould. So we have machines that do this for us now, but 100 years ago this would have been standard practice to do it by hand. Spreading it out allowed all the chocolate to touch different parts of the marble, which cooled the chocolate down and took the heat out. And this here is folding the chocolate over itself, which traps air from moisture and cools it down and makes it silky smooth.
That lab area was really good. Sort of getting to play with the chocolate. It isn't edible chocolate, but they teach you about the tempering and how to pipe it, and a bit about the kind of science behind it as well. Really good. Oh, we're so excited. It's the Cadabra Ride This is taking Izzy back to her childhood, so I have no idea what to expect here. I have no idea if there's any story to this ride at all. It is crazy, it's really zany and slightly weird, but it's quite good fun. I have never seen such a big smile on Izzy's face in my life.
I mean, it's the strangest thing, but it's a lot of walking, and it just gives the kids something like a little break, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's really good fun. I mean, it's a little kids ride. There's no story, that you don't really learn anything, but it is just good fun. And what's not to like with that? As you come into this chocolate tasting area, you've got the bit where you get your samples over here. You can select your different toppings. Here's your toppings. So you've got the liquid chocolate, fudge, Oreo crumb, white chocolate buttons, shortcake, and mini marshmallows. So after you've done that, you've got your sample. And then look in all of these windows over here where they've got people working on custom kind of designs and things like that. So they're doing lots of Christmas stuff at the minute as it's sort of November time. Then got a kind of display over here showing how to temper and mould chocolate. She's waving to us. And then we've got another bit here where they're doing sort of piping and decoration on the moulded chocolate. It's fascinating. Just going into Advertising Avenue, which is about all their branding and adverts they've used over the years to market Cadbury's.
Yeah, I love the old style. Like, it's really interesting how they used to advertise.
Yeah, and how the branding has changed as well. You can see these kind of very old style blocks of chocolate with the branding on. I have to say, this is a real surprise. All of this heavily themed area. It's got a real kind of slightly Disney feel, and I love the fact that it looks like all of these buildings are made of chocolate. They're all painted brown. But again, just all of this stuff about the different advertising they've used over the years. It's really interesting, and I suppose it depends how old you are as to how much of it you actually remember. So we're just about to queue up for the 4D chocolate experience. It does look like there can be, on busy days, a big queue. There's also loads of warnings about if you're not very good with motion effects and sudden jolts, things like that.
They've got like a play area just outside this 4D.
Yes, huge play area for kids. Looks really good. Just entering a 4D cinema.
2 spaces. Don't forget
choose
to
our
hold the
seat.
handrail.
There was a group of school kids who came out before we went in, and they were like, it's amazing, the 4D experience is amazing. They had such a good time.
And
Every kid had a smile on their face.
What did you think of it?
It was better than I thought it would be. I quite like that they were individual chairs which moved. Where did we go before? There was
The Sea Life Centre in Birmingham,
Yeah,
that
which
had like a 4D cinema experience, and that really was for little kids, and it
we'll
wasn't
link
very
that,
good.
Like that video down below, but yeah, this one was a bit better.
I felt the seats were quite clever. They individually moved, so it wasn't like you were sat on benches. The whole thing you were sat on kind of pitched and rolled around. It was really good. So that is our day over here at Cadbury World. What did you think?
Yeah, it's been a great day. We've been here quite a long time, about 3 hours. So
Yeah, we didn't even stop for lunch either. So I think if you stop for lunch in the cafe, you could be here a good, 3-4 hours, certainly. Despite the very mixed reviews on sort of review websites and stuff, we had a great day here. I mean, it's sort of like an afternoon trip out. I would say probably on a weekend, I can imagine it gets very, very busy, and you may have to kind of queue at the individual sections throughout the tour. So that could probably get a bit miserable. And that was one of the things we saw on those review sites. People complained about the amount of queuing. Come here on a weekday like we have, that's really good. Yeah, absolutely. Any highlights you've got?
Obviously having a taster and getting 3 chocolate bars each.
Yeah. Also the Cadabra little ride. I thought it was quite fun. For little kids, they would love it. And to be honest, we enjoyed it. We had a smile on our face as we went round. The shop as well. In some ways it was really good. They had a load of choice. Certainly some things I hadn't really seen for a while. Didn't really feel like there was anything super special in there.
No, like you always want to go to these places and then like it's like that's a limited edition thing.
Yeah,
I mean,
find
that
something
kind
you
of
just
is.
cannot get anywhere else. And I didn't really feel like perhaps there was anything super special in there. There were some bargains to be had though, absolutely. In the kind of outlet bit of the shop, there were definitely some good prices. So if you book online, it's about £18–19 for an adult, and I think that's reasonable. You've got to bear in mind that Cadbury's is a big brand, a big institution, so really I think that's pretty good value. One thing to keep in mind is parking here is completely free. There's tons of parking, you don't have to pay for it, so that's another good little bonus. All in all, a really great day out. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and we'll see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.